Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet a sheep coaster. So let's begin. So the first thing to do is to make a magic ring, and you're going to do 6 double crochet into the magic ring. So I'm just going to speed this up for you now. And once you have your magic ring with the 6 double crochet, you're now going to do round 2, and for this you're going to make a chain of 1, and then you're going to do 2 double crochet into each stitch around the edge. So in total this is going to give you 12 double crochet. So you can see here that I've just done 1 double crochet into that stitch, and now I'm going to go back into the same stitch and do another double crochet. So for the next step I'm going to put some instructions up on the screen. So you're now going to do rounds 3 to 10. And you're just going to follow what I've written, so it might be good to take a screenshot of this. So for example, for round 3, the next round, you will do 2 double crochet into the first stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and you will repeat this until you get all the way round. And this will give you 18 stitches around the edge of the circle. And then for round 4 you'll do 2 double crochet into the first stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and that will give you 24 stitches around the edge in total. Now don't forget, you need to do a chain of 1 at the beginning of each round, and at the end of each round you need to do a slip stitch to join up the first stitch and the last stitch together. So you can see here that I have now done all of those rounds, and this means that I've now got 60 stitches around the edge of the circle. So from here we now want to start making a wavy pattern around the edge for the wool of the sheep. So to do this I'm going to do a chain of 1, and then in that first stitch I'm going to do 1 double crochet, and now I'm going to do a treble crochet into the next stitch, into the third stitch I'm going to do a double treble crochet, and now I'm going to do a treble crochet into the 4th stitch, and then into the 5th stitch I'm going to do a double crochet. And I'm going to repeat this pattern all the way around the edge. And you can see here I've done it again, and you can see the wave it is creating. So I've put the instructions up on the screen just for your reference. So carry on repeating that, and then you will get this pattern when you are done. And what we're going to do now is to start adding the legs to the sheep. So now you're going to attach your black wool to the bottom of the circle where you want the front leg to go, and you're then going to do 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches around the edge, and this is just creating the width of the leg of the sheep. And then you're going to chain 1, turn over the work, and then just do 1 double crochet into those 4 stitches back across. And then you're going to repeat this until the leg is the length that you want it. When I was doing this sheep, I did 5 rows of this double crochet in order to get to the desired length. However, you can just judge it as you go along and see whether this is long enough to make the leg or not. And then when you get to the desired length you want, all you're going to do is do 2 double crochet together twice, and this will give you 2 stitches from the original 4, and from this you can just cut your yarn and then pull it through those loops, and this just creates the narrowing at the bottom of the leg. And then you will repeat that again to make a second leg towards the back of the sheep where you want it to go. And you want to end up with something that looks like this. And you can see that I've got 1 leg at the front and 1 that is towards the back. So the next step is to do the head of the sheep. So for the head, what you want to do is to do 1 double crochet into each of the next 10 stitches where you want the head to go. And you're then going to do 3 rows of double crochet back along this until you get to the point where I am now. And what you then need to do is start decreasing the head width, because then this will create the roundness for the head. So I've put some instructions on the screen for what to do, but what you're going to do is do 2 rows where you're going to do double crochet 2 stitches together at the beginning and end of each row, and after these 2 rows this will give you 6 stitches in that row. Following on from this, you're going to do another 2 rows where you're just going to do 1 double crochet into each stitch, and after these 2 rows you should still have 6 stitches remaining. And then for the last row you're going to do what you did previously, which was to do 2 double crochet together at the beginning and end of the row, and this will give you 4 stitches, and then you can cast off, and then the head is done. So the next step is you're going to do the ear for the sheep, and for this you're going to make a chain of 4. So the first thing to do is to do the slip knot. And then when you've done the chain of 4, when you start the next row you're going to skip the first chain, and then you're going to crochet into the second chain in, as I'm just doing here, and you're doing double crochet, so you're just going to do double crochet into the second chain in, and then a double crochet into the next one, and then double crochet into the third chain. And then you're going to do a chain of 1, turn over, and then you're just going to go back across doing a double crochet into the 3 stitches. And then for the third row, what you're going to do is to create that point, you're just going to do 3 double crochet together and then cast off, and that gives you the point. Now what you need to do now is assemble everything together. So you've got to sew the ear on, and then you're going to have to do the eye to go on. So for this you're just going to do a slip knot, and then just start doing a chain. So 1, 2, 3, and then from here you're just going to do a slip stitch into that first chain you made, and then that's going to be the white part of the eye, so you can then cut the thread on that. And then what you'll do is you will then sew that eye onto the sheep, but you will use black wool to sew it on, and that way you can create the black dot for the centre of the eye. So I'm just positioning it whereabouts it should go. So when you've sewn the ear and the eye on, it should look something like this, and there you go. So thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions you can leave them below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon.